Right, we are doing a budget build and it's going to cost you around about £800. So not the cheapest budget build and not the most expensive budget build, sort of mid-range. This is just for the computer itself. This does not include a keyboard, mouse, monitor, anything like that. This is just purely all the gubbins that you stick inside a computer. This is for my son. He's asked me to build him a computer, and originally he was going to build it himself and then changed his mind and said, oh, can you build it for us? We sat down together and went through all the parts, and he ordered them all and then said, oh, can you build it for us? I said, yeah, of course I can make a video. So this is what it's all about. So what we're going to do, we're going to quickly talk about all the parts we bought and where we got them from and why we chose them parts. And then we're going to do the build. So with that, I'll get on with it. So this is the SaharaGaming C500 computer case, and that's the one he chose. He said, I want that case. I said, okay, fine. I said, but you will need some fans for that. So I recommended these little babies here. This is the Pirate Turbos, also made by SaharaGaming. And I will stick a link in the video description for all the parts that I'm talking about today and doing the build on. So yeah, I said to him, you need something like these, and he said, okay. So he ordered 3. So he wants 2 in the front and 1 in the back. These are 120mm. It will take 120mm fans or 140s, whatever you want. So that's what he's gone for that. I said, well, if you're going to go for something like that, you'll need a controller. Again, we've gone for the Pirate Sync controller from SaharaGaming. This will do up to 10 fans at any one time. So there's more than enough. So if you want to do some upgrades, put some more fans in there, you can. So that's that sorted. Storage wise, he's gone for this. This is Corsair MP510. It's 480 gigabyte storage. It's an M.2. So I said that would be perfect for what you need it for. He wants to play some games, but doesn't play a lot of gaming and does a lot of other stuff as well. We did sit down and talk about what he wants out of this computer and what he wants it to do. He does want to play some gaming, so we'll get to that right now. So that should be plenty for what he wants, and if you want to add more storage, you can. It's quite simple. As for graphics, we have gone for the GeForce RTX 2060, sold by Zotac, or built by Zotac Gaming. And this is a mini, and the reason we've gone for this is obviously the budget, to keep it in the budget. So this is a mini, so it should fit in there nice and easy, and it will play all the games he needs it to play. It should play all games anyway, but it should play the games that he wants to play on now fine at high settings, and maybe even at ultra settings. But as long as they play at high settings, this should be perfect for him. So that's why we've gone for that. Power supply, we've gone a bit overkill on the power supply. This is the Corsair RM850i, and it's a little bit of overkill, but I said get that power supply, that will do everything you want it to do. And if later on in the future you want to do an upgrade, so you want to go SLI or upgrade your graphics or other bits inside the computer, this should handle it perfectly. So that's why we've gone for a bit of overkill on that. So you know, that's going to be in there. You won't need to take it out again. That will just sit in there and do everything you need it to do. Just add more cables if you need to. So that's why we've gone for that. And you just plug in the cables as and when you need them. You know, so that makes life a lot easier. And they all come from Amazon. Like I said, I'll stick a link in the video description so you can go and check them all out. As for the rest of the gubbins, you know, the motherboard, the processor, the heatsink and the RAM, they all come from Scan. That's this little baby here. This is the Rode Strix B450, and it comes pre-built from Scan. So if you never built a computer before, this might be an easy option for you. This is, like I said, it's been pre-built because originally he was going to do it himself and then said, oh, you can do it for me. I went, yeah, okay, I don't mind. So it has the processor pre-installed, the heatsink installed, as you can see, and the RAM chips. And also, because Scan have done it, they do a 100% check to make sure it's working before they send it out to you. and they make sure that all the parts are compatible with each other, so you can't make a mistake of buying the wrong processor or the wrong type of RAM. It's already been done for you. It has 16GB of RAM, so 8GB per chip, and the processor is a Ryzen 5 3600. So that's it. So that is all the gubbins that's going to go inside the computer. So with that, we'll do the build. First things first, I'm going to put in the fans. So take the covers off first. Right, next we are installing the power supply. Right, next we're putting in the motherboard, processor, heatsink and RAM, and just make sure you've got enough standoffs. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 9, so I need an extra 3. So I'm just going to check it, make sure I know which holes I'm going for, which I do anyway, but I'll double check. Doesn't hurt to double check. So I need that one, and that one. M.2 next. Right, cables next. Right, so it's all built, so all we need to do is test it, see if it fires up. So I've plugged in the monitor, that one now, plugged in a keyboard and a mouse and plugged it all in. So just got to turn it on, see what happens. So we have a light, so we have light on the motherboard, so that means it's got power, switcher on, and all the fans are working anyway, so that's a good thing. So if the motherboard pops up, give it a few seconds. It does take a bit of time. Press F10, F2 or delete, and we're in. So it works. So everything's working. So all you got to do is check your settings, make sure it's recognised everything, set your hard drive, and then install Windows. So with that, I'll do that right now and get it up and running properly. Right, so we finished the build. Let me know what you think. It started up first time with no issues. It doesn't start up, shut down, restarted again. I've put a USB stick in there, Windows 10 on, and it's been doing the updates. I've also installed the software that's on the CD. I prefer to do that myself because you haven't got to look around and find out which bit goes with what. You can just put it all on now just to make sure everything's running properly and you putting in the right drivers, and them drivers will do an update anyway at a later stage. You know, that's how I prefer to do it. As you can see, it's still doing updates at the moment, or installations. Like I said, everything seems to be running fine. I've got no issues whatsoever. It was easy to do. It looks good as well. I quite like the heatsink on it. Quite like that heatsink, it looks quite nice. That's an AMD heatsink. It's quite flashy, I think. So yeah, quite impressed actually. I think it looks good. He might want to invest in another fan down there, but you know, that'd be at a later stage. Or he might ask me to split it and put it further down, I don't know. He's coming to pick it up tonight, so I'll have a chat with him, see what he wants to do. But yeah, it's a nice little build. If you have any comments, please post them below. And if you have any questions, post them below and I'll try and answer them if I can. So with that, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down and please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, baby.